Namaste and welcome to Yoga Nidra today. Coming to Shavasana, making yourself comfortable. Lying down on the floor, covering yourself with something for warmth. The legs are apart, feet splayed out to the sides, arms away from the outside edges of the body, thumb and forefinger join in Chin Mudra. Tuck the chin in just a little towards the pit of the throat, lengthen through the cervical spine. Be aware of the inhalation. Start with an awareness of the inhalation at the navel. Be aware of the rise and the fall of the belly. Feel into any sensations held within the belly. As you inhale, the navel rises. As you exhale, the navel falls back towards the spine. And the belly feels soft and warm. Move the breath awareness up the body and become aware of the chest, the sternum, the rib cage. As you inhale, be aware of the sternum lifting, the ribs expanding. Be aware of the lungs filling. As you exhale, be aware of a sense of spaciousness in the chest. Become aware now of the jaw, the face, and the scalp. And each time you exhale, be aware of the sensations of ease and softness coming to these areas. The jaw is soft, the scalp is released. All expression ease from the face. The skin on the face is soft, free from expression. All expression lines ease. All contractions of the muscles ease. Body is soft on the floor in Shavasana. Bringing to your awareness now briefly your Sankalpa, whatever Sankalpa you are working on, bring this into your awareness now. And then let it go. And before we move on, tell yourself that you are about to practice Yoga Nidra. You are about to practice Yoga Nidra. And you will remain awake for the entire Yoga Nidra practice. I will remain awake for the entire Yoga Nidra practice. And letting go of this. Now, coming back to the breath. Be aware now of the breath entering and leaving the body in waves of prana, of energy, rhythmic waves. They flood up the body and they wash down the body. Not only is the air entering the body and leaving the body, along with it is the prana, the life force, flowing up the body and washing down the body. Be aware of this, the rhythm of the waves of energy and air. And now moving more deeply into your awareness of the breath. This time the sound of the breath. Become fully aware of the sound of the breath. At this moment, it is the only thing that you can hear is the sound of the breath. The inhalation and the exhalation. Now we're going to start listening for other sounds outside of the sound of the breath. Start by listening for sounds around you, close to you. Move from sound to sound. Once you discover one sound, move off in search of the next sound, and move from sound to sound. And then start to move further away, outside of the room that you were practicing Yoga Nidra in. Continue to search for sound. Outside of the building that you were practicing Yoga Nidra in. And then continue to move further and further into the distance, searching for sound. Move from sound to sound. Listen now for the sound furthest in the distance. And then start to make your way back. Continuing to listen for sounds as you make your way back towards the building. Come all the way back. Continuing to listen for sounds until you're all the way back in the room where you lay in Shavasana practicing Yoga Nidra. And now listen to the sound closest to you, the smallest of sounds closest to you. And now letting go of sound. Letting go now of sound. Letting go completely of sound. I'm going to ask that you transfer your awareness to your body. Become aware of your body lying on the floor. We're going to rotate our consciousness around the different parts of the body. I'm going to call them out verbally, and I'm going to ask that you see them in the mind's eye, or that you silently repeat each body part to yourself, but that you feel into each aspect of the body. Feel into the body, feeling for any contractions, any tightness, and that you flood each body part with the sensations of spaciousness and ease. A warmth and expansiveness comes to each part of the body. You could visualize this as light particles, luminous light particles filtering through each aspect of the body as we move from body part to body part. Starting with the thumb and the forefinger on the right hand, the thumb and the forefinger on the right hand, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back of the hand, palm of the hand, the entire right hand, the wrists, lower arm, elbow, inside of the elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder, the right arm. See the entire right arm, feel into the sense of spaciousness here, sense of ease and warmth. The right collarbone, right side of the chest, right side of the belly, rib cage, sideways, the right hip, groin, right thigh, upper, lower, back of the knee, kneecap, shin, calf, ankle, Achilles, heel, sole of the right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all the toes on the right foot, top of the right foot, right ankle, right foot, shin, calf, knee, thigh, hip, the entire right leg. Ease could be white particles, luminous and light, filling this entire space. Transferring awareness now over to the thumb and the forefinger on the left hand, thumb and the forefinger on the left hand. Second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, all the fingers on the left hand, back of the hand, palm of the hand, wrist, the entire hand, lower arm, elbow, inside of the elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder, the entire left arm. See this, visualize, imagine, feel into it. Ease, light, expansiveness. Left collarbone, left side of the chest, belly, rib cage, sideways, hip, groin, left upper thigh, back of the thigh, back of the knee, kneecap, shin, calf, ankle, Achilles, heel, sole of the left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all the toes on the left foot, top of the left foot, left ankle, the entire left foot, shin, calf, knee, thigh, hip, the entire left leg, the entire left leg. Right side of the buttocks, left side of the buttocks. Small of the back, sacrum, tailbone, right side of the back, left side of the back, shoulder blades, left, right, space between the shoulder blades. Feel into the space between the shoulder blades, bring ease, expansiveness, light particles. Back of the neck, the spine. Be aware of the entire spine. From the top of the spine all the way down to the tailbone. See the spine infused with light particles throughout the entire spine, traveling through the central passageway of the spine, the Sushumna Nadi. Now transfer the awareness from the tip of the tailbone all the way back up the spine to the top of the spine, suspended within the space of the head, connecting to the brain. Now be aware of the back of the head, the crown of the head, the forehead, the eyebrows, the right eye, the left eye, the right cheek, the right ear, the left cheek, the left ear, the nose, right nostril, left nostril, the lips, upper and lower, inside of the mouth, roof of the mouth, floor of the mouth, the tongue, the teeth, inside of the cheeks, the chin, continuing to follow my voice, the entire head now filled with the sense of light and spaciousness, luminous white light particles filling the inside of the head, the Chirakasha. The chest, the arms, the belly, the hips, the groin, the thighs, knees, shins and calves, the feet. Traveling back up the body, the feet, ankles, shins, knees, calves, groin, belly, chest, shoulders, neck, mouth. Moving inside the mouth, traveling into the throat, up into the brain, back down through the larynx and the trachea, into the lungs, into the heart, into the stomach, the intestines, pancreas, the liver, the spleen, the kidneys, the adrenals, reproductive organs, the excretory organs. And now looking into the body and seeing the entire body expansive, filled with ease, filled with white particles of light, the entire body, the whole body. Now letting go of the body, please bring your awareness back to the breath. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Be aware of the breath entering and leaving the body at the nostrils. Be aware of the sensation of the breath at the nostrils. Transfer your breath awareness to the Sushumna Nadi, channel that runs through the center of the spine. Be aware of this. like a long tube that runs through the middle of the spine. As you inhale now, I'm going to ask you to watch as particles of luminous white light move up through the Sushumna Nadi, through this tube and central passageway in the spine. Watch this. As you inhale, the particles rise. As you exhale, they lower. Particles of light moving through the dark space of the Sushumna Nadi. And follow this. Be aware of every inhalation and every exhalation. Follow the light particles as they move up and down the spine. And now I'm going to ask that you bring in a mantra. Bring in the mantra Om. Om as you inhale and the white light particles ascend. Om as you exhale and the white light particles descend. Constant repetition of the mantra Om. Stay fully focused on the practice. Fully focused on the Yoga Nidra. Letting go of the mantra, continue with the breath practice. Continue to watch the Sushumna. And now letting go of this. Letting go of the breath. Letting go of any awareness of the breath. Letting go of the breath. I'm going to ask you to transfer your awareness to sensations and emotions. Move into the body, feeling into any sensations that you can identify within the body at the moment. Sensations may be expressed as emotions felt within the physical body. Feel into any sensations you can feel in the physical body. in the body, in the being. Now I'm going to ask you to direct your awareness to the sensation of heaviness. Feel heaviness throughout the entire body. Expand and intensify the feeling of heaviness. Feel every aspect of the body flooded with the sensation of heaviness. Experience this now, as if the body is so heavy, it is weighted to the floor. Body like lead, anchored to the floor, heavier and heavier. So heavy that the support of the floor can barely contain the heaviness within the body. Intensify the experience of heaviness. Intensify the experience of heaviness. And letting go of the sensation now, replacing the sensation with a sensation of lightness, a lightness of being, moving through the body becoming lighter and lighter. Every ounce of heaviness draining from the body. As if the support of the floor beneath you is sucking out every ounce of heaviness through all the pores, through the back of the body, being drained, passing through the floor and into the universe and earth beneath you. The earth is taking every ounce of heaviness within the body, anything dense, and it becomes lighter and lighter. The whole body becomes a cavity of light. Like a feather, like a cloud, the body loses all form, all heaviness. A breath of wind could lift the body off the floor. The body is so light. And now letting go of this, and experience the sensation of pain, within the body, within the being. Intensify this, experience this. The sensation of pain within the body. This is felt. Deepen this experience. The entire body becoming aware of the sensation of pain. Intensify this, expand on this. And now letting go of this and flood the body with the sensation of pleasure. Flood the body and the being with the sensation of pleasure. How does pleasure feel? Feel pleasure intensify in every aspect of the being, the body, the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit. Feel pleasure at every level. Pleasure floods the body, floods the being. Intensify the awareness and sensation of pleasure. Feel pleasure everywhere. You are pleasure. And then letting go of this, leaving the body filled with the sensations of pleasure. Come up into the Chitakasha, the space on the inside of the head. Come up into this space, this familiar, welcoming space. Look around. Cast your awareness around the space. Feel into the vast expanse of dark, velvety space. Be fully aware of the space. It stretches out forever in front of you, beneath and above you, all sides, behind you. It's limitless, eternal space. Be fully aware. Rest for a moment, aware of anything that enters this space and leaves this space. Any thoughts, any symbols, any color, any emotion. Be aware of them passing in and out. Don't get caught up in any one or analyze them. Simply sit in the awareness as the witness, watching them enter and leave. No sleeping. And now become aware of the screen on the inside of the forehead, screen of the mind. Become aware of this space. I'm going to call out some images and I'm going to ask that you see them flash up on the screen and then disappear. Watch them as the observer, the witness. One single pink rose, one single pink rose, one pink rose. One tall palm tree, one tall palm tree, a tall palm tree. A car passing on the road, car passing on the road, car passing on the road. A plane flying in the sky, plane flying in the sky, plane in the sky. An orchard of oranges, an orchard of oranges, an orchard of oranges. A field of sunflowers, field of sunflowers, field of sunflowers, a skyscape filled with skyscrapers, skyscape of skyscrapers, skyscrapers, skyscrapers in the sky. A waterfall, a waterfall, a waterfall. A tower, a tower, a tower. An intense storm, an intense storm, an intense storm. A raging fire, raging fire, raging fire. Lightning, lightning, lightning. Still blue sea, still blue sea, still blue sea. Two birds flying, two birds flying, two birds flying. A golden egg, a golden egg, a golden egg. Letting go of the images now, letting go of the images. Clear the space, let go of the images. Find yourself back resting within the Chitakasha, back resting within the space. Simply observe the role once again of the witness. No attachment to what flows in and out of this space. And then looking into the screen once again, looking into the screen once again and seeing a train at a platform, seeing a train at a platform, and seeing yourself standing ready to board the train. Watch, see every detail of yourself now, how you address the expression on your face. See yourself in minute detail. And then watch as you board the train, walk into a carriage and take a seat by the window. After a moment, the train starts to move, slowly at first. As it leaves the station, it starts to pick up speed. Looking out the window, you see fields with animals, buildings in the background, and then the train picks up speed and the landscape starts to change. Beyond the fields, you can see mountains with valleys at the base of them, houses and buildings. And the train moves on. You can see children playing in the fields. and you are passing a beautiful stream. And then the train starts to slow as it pulls in towards the station and a stop. And you notice a small child sitting on the platform on a bench, and the train becomes still and stops right in front of this child. And looking out the window, you look into the child's eyes and you see that it is yourself as a child. And your eyes meet, and love passes over the silence, and you smile gently at each other. And with a jerk, the train starts to move, and it picks up speed as it leaves the station. And once again, you're flashing by, and the countryside has changed. Now there is an expanse of fields that seem endless. And in the very distance, you can just make out the blue of the sea beyond the fields. And as the train speeds on, you notice beautiful, brightly colored flowers growing in all the different fields. Fields of tulips, fields of lavender, fields of sunflowers, fields of daffodils, roses, all the colors of the rainbow represented by fields, endless fields of flowers. And you notice once again that the train is starting to slow. You're drawing into another station, and you can see the platform up ahead. And once again, you see someone sitting on a bench, and you know. And as the train pulls to a halt, you look out the window, and there is your teenage self sitting on the bench. And your eyes connect, and a deep sense of love passes between the two of you. And you smile gently at each other. You hold the gaze for a moment, wanting to prolong the feeling, the love flowing between the two beings. And then with a jolt, the train takes off again, starting to pick up speed, and the landscape changes once again. And you're passing by a city. And in the background are skyscrapers and lights and impressive buildings and towers. But in front are corrugated iron sheds. And tarpaulins and shacks, and you realize that you are speeding past a slum. It's heaving with people laying asleep on the dirt beside the tracks, cooking over fires, washing over buckets. You see sorrow in the faces, tiredness. And you look up and still once again you can see the skyscrapers behind us and the towers, and you become aware of the train slowing down once again, pulling into a station. Once again, a lone person sits on a bench, and you pull up directly in front of this person, and looking out the window, your eyes meet, and it is your early self as an adult. Once again, there's a deep sense of peace and love, a recognition of all that you have been through and how far you have come, what you have become and how far you have come. A small smile passes between the two of you. As with a jolt, the train takes off again. And this time, as the train picks up speed, you're passing by lush jungle. And you can see animals moving through this jungle, glimpses, a riverbank. You can see glimpses of monkeys and tigers, elephants. You can see people washing by the river, birds in the water, children playing. Dense jungle. Feel into and see a sensation or vibration moving through this jungle. And then the train starts to stop. Once again, slowing down. And the train is still. And looking out the window, you find yourself looking into your eyes once again. You in this present day. And love passes between the two of you. And then this being yourself rises and starts to walk away. And you realize that all the others, the people on the train, have left. And you get up, leaving the train, getting off the train, looking around for yourself. And further down the platform, you see yourself and start to walk towards yourself. When you get closer, you notice there is something different about this being, this self. There's a lightness, an aura, deep sense of peace emanating from this self. As you get closer, it is as if light shines from this being, and closer again, there's a sense of joy, and this being looks perfect. And you sit down next to the being, and your eyes meet, and you take each other's hands, and love floods between the two. And you realize that you are in the presence of your divine self, smiling at each other. Wisdom flows between the two. And your divine being starts to speak to you, telling you to trust that everything you have done in life was to bring you to this point, to meet your divine self, to experience your divine nature, to see the light within yourself, to discover your own perfection. And joy and pleasure flood every aspect of your being as you sit there in the presence of your divine self. And you know with certainty that you do trust, that you are perfection, and that life is exactly as it should be in this moment. You both stand and hugging tightly. You absorb your divine being. And only one being remains. Turning back towards the train, you climb back aboard the train. Carriage has changed, and it is full of sleeper rooms. Opening a sliding door to one, you step inside, shutting it behind you. Completely at peace, but tired from your journey. And you lay down, climbing up onto one of the beds, you lay down. And within moments, as the train takes off, the rocking of the train lulls you into sleep. A dreamless state of perfection. All the way back to where you had boarded the train. And you rest. in this infinite expanse of perfection, which is your highest self, your truth. And finding yourself resting now, resting in the divine space of the Chitakasha. No further to go. No more journeys to get here. Nothing else to discover. Just rest. Float weightlessly within the night sky. Resting in the perfection of your divine nature and your oneness. And then bring to mind Sankalpa. Bring to mind your Sankalpa. And repeat it a minimum of 3 times to yourself. And then become aware of the breath. Become aware of the breath. Deepen the breath and send the breath gradually back to the body. And gradually start to become aware of the body, the outside edges of the body where it touches the floor. Gradually re-identify with the body and the space around you. And before rising, take a few moments to rest here, perhaps turning on to the side. And I will say, Hari Om Tat Sat Narayan.